If you're a hunter or outdoorsman, chances are you've probably heard of the brand and retail store Cabela's. If not, they're an outdoor recreational retail store that have been making and selling outdoor apparel and accessories since the 60s, with stores across the United States. Eventually being bought out by Bass Pro Shop back in 2016, Cabela's for a while was the place to go get your guns, ammo, and outdoors, stuff. But that's not what I want to talk about today. You see, back in the distant year of 1998, some higher up heard this new thing kids were into called video games and thought, wait, what if we did that? Surely it can't be that hard. Well, that's where it all started. And after 3 ATV games, 6 Dangerous Hunt games, and 15 Big Game Hunters, that brings us to, wait, 15? Jeez, man, that's, what? Well, that's a whole other can of worms. Today, we're going to discuss Activision's sad, pathetic attempt at edging into the motion control scene. You see, anyone around the late 2000s remembers how the Wii completely turned the gaming market on its head. Everyone was now obsessed with motion controls, seeing it as the future of gaming, and everyone wanted a slice of that dough, even Cabela's apparently. Which leads us to one of the most boring, uninspired, bland games I've ever had the displeasure of playing. Cabela's Survival of Katmai. Okay, I still have no idea how to pronounce it because no one in the game even says it. The only reference to it from what I could tell was this map they show a single time in the game. Besides that, all the characters refer to the setting as the mountains.
Around the mountain.
The mountain. This mountain, right?
Shadows of Katmai was released in 2011 by Fun Labs, whose notable achievements include other Cabela's games. It didn't do too well, scoring a best on Metacritic. Oh wait, really? Yeah, that's pretty on par. Anyway, on with the video. The opening has our main character, Logan. Of course his name's Logan. Seemingly stuck out in a desolate mountain landscape with absolutely no explanation whatsoever, with packs of apparently bloodthirsty wolves almost immediately descending upon him. And no, I'm not exaggerating. I decided to play this on my Xbox 360, and before anyone says anything, yes, this game was clearly meant to be played with a gun peripheral, but I really didn't feel like dropping $100 freaking dollars on this travesty of a game. Instead, I had to use a stick to aim, and holy crap is it bad. It's really hard to describe unless you felt it, but everything just feels super slippery and clunky all the time. Trying to aim where you want is more or less just luck, and it's like that for the whole game. Well, after that amazing action-packed sequence, we are then introduced with an actual cutscene. What? Why? Did they really think that this escape sequence was so cool and epic it warranted skipping the opening cutscene? Yeah, who cares if players know what's going on? As long as they get to shoot something, no one cares. Well, I care.
You sat there with that sleazy grin on your face, watching me count out bills like...
I could lose my license.
You took the money. Now do your job.
And another thing, why is it that whenever there are games set in the real world, the most common enemy fodder they can think of is wolves? A quick Google search shows that just in North America, there's only been a handful of documented attacks, with it being extremely rare that they attack unprovoked or without other external forces such as disease or human feeding. In no universe would seemingly endless packs of dozens and dozens of wolves come out of nowhere and attack one lone human. But don't worry, because that's all you do for most of the game. Alright, aside over. But there's also something else that bugged me while playing this game. If you're not mowing down endless waves of wolves or fighting hyper-intelligent bears that apparently know how to utilize weapons...
What? What? Why does he have a branch? Oh!
The rest of the game is just spent climbing, which, really looking at these climbing animations, I really just got a sense of deja vu. Like, I swear I've seen the same animations before. Like maybe in like some other game or something? Yeah, so if it wasn't super apparent, these animations look like they were straight up ripped off from Uncharted. Except, unlike Shadows of Katamari Damacy, Uncharted is an actual polished, good game. It's extremely obvious that they just tried to copy and paste the climbing sections from Uncharted. I mean, just look at the similarities. You know what? Hang on, I need to check something real quick. Ironic. The problem is Shadows of Cat Mayonnaise feels slow and clunky, and it's usually just a single straight climbing path. And it's literally all you do in the game. They could have at least made it control well. It's just run around, shoot animals, climb rocks, shoot animals while on said rocks, repeat. Which, quick aside, while you slowly lose your sanity climbing said rocks, the birds come out and attempt to kill you. I say attempt because all you do is just ignore them and keep climbing, and they instantly forget about you. Even the devs knew that their rock climbing section sucked, so they tried to make it more action-y. But the worst part about these sections is it's sometimes impossible to even find out where you're supposed to go. The areas you're supposed to climb look like the rest of the cliffs, and becomes this annoying game of trial and error, as opposed to Uncharted, which is the epitome of good, well thought out game design, with easy to identify climbing points with fun, explorable opportunities. No two sections felt the exact same. But in Shadows of Calamari, they literally recycle almost verbatim the exact same level.
No, this is the same, dude, this is the same mountain climb, it's just reused.
The devs over at Fun Labs also thought it would be fun to put some little collectibles, like these journal notes that tell a little side story, and also unlock some minigames. Don't worry, I'll get there. Except, they thought it would be a great idea to completely halt the game and have the character read it every
After 3 weeks on the mountain,
single
October 22nd,
time.
Anchorage, traveling overland by rail and dogs.
Just amazing foresight. Alright, my migraine's coming back just talking about this game more and more, so I'm just gonna try and speed things up. The locked camera angle gets pretty annoying when you're attempting to find the singular right path forward, and it's downright annoying at times. The menu is actually laughable. And this dog magically teleports around you every time you climb somewhere new. I mean, I guess that could be a positive.
Dog.
Anyway, I guess it's time to talk about the story some more. So last where we left off, our extremely captivating and well-written characters were arguing about the plane crash when the Dr. Lay says that there's a very time-sensitive delivery that must be made to an Alaskan outpost, but won't say exactly what the delivery is. Then this happens.
Oh, good, just on this precariously placed cliff. Oh, okay.
Yeah, didn't see that coming. Soon after, we're met with this random old person that just happens to live out in the middle of the Alaskan wilderness. So of course the best course of action is to go hunting for him. Why? Why? Sure, random old guy, forget trying to help or contact civilization. I got all the time in the world to go hunting. I suppose they had to figure out some way to actually go hunting in a Cabela sponsored game. And by hunting, what I really mean is apparently slaughtering several dozen wolves and anticlimactically shoot several moose just standing in open clearings. After killing said meese, no attempt to even move remotely close to the carcass is made, and after a boss fight...
What, a random bear? What? Oh, I'm about to die. Oh, okay. Ah!
The next cutscene initiates. I suppose in this universe, animals you shoot magically field dress and carve themselves, and all the meat magically teleports into your freezer as well. Yeah, if you thought for 1 second that anything in this game would make sense, you're sorely mistaken. Afterwards, the crazy old guy starts talking about a deer lady?
And the deer woman. That old witch almost had me this morning.
The deer woman?
Oh, she's a bad one.
And our ingenious character Logan figures out that it has to be the doctor who somehow miraculously survived the fall.
She must have survived the fall, but how is that possible?
Yes, this is clearly the logical conclusion, not that this old man is going senile and crazy. No, let's just trust this random mountain man without a shadow of a doubt. This game is so frickin' stupid. So yeah, of course we find the doctor still alive, along with the delivery she had to make. An audio recording also explains that the delivery that had to be made was vials of vaccine because there was an outbreak at the Alaskan outpost, and this doctor was tasked to deliver the vaccine as soon as possible. Okay then, but why the secrecy then? All she had to say was, hey, a bunch of people are dying due to an unknown disease, and I got the cure. I guess it had to be secret so we the player could find out about later. That's literally the only reason I could think of. After retrieving said vaccines and finding the aforementioned sentient hyper-intelligent bear again...
No, don't tell me, not again. Please, please not again. No, why?
We are then faced with the hardest fight yet in this game. 2 bears.
Okay, now there's 2 bears. Oh my god. Defeat the killer bears?
Also, there's a throwaway line about how the bears are starving because of the storm, and that's the reason they attacked.
It's this storm. It ain't natural.
Okay, sure, whatever. It's a supernatural storm that's making every wolf and bear in Alaska attack us. Anyway, after the bears unfortunately killed the sled dogs, the only viable way around the mountain is lost. So the best course of action is to go hunting again? This is literally almost the exact same level. They didn't even bother designing another area?
You've got to be kidding me. This is the same exact spot as before. Except just Moose, I'm just shooting other random stuff now.
Okay. After that extremely pointless padded out level, our characters actually try and figure out how to deliver the vaccine before everyone dies. The doctor lady says that there are abandoned mines that reach through the mountain, but doing so would be dangerous because of the chupacabra?
It's the Chachka.
Oh, sorry, the Chachka. But left with no choice, our hero courageously departs with dog in tow because, reasons.
I'm sorry for what's about to happen, Togo. There's only one way we're getting down there in time. You're gonna have to trust me on this.
Alright, I'm not even gonna start with how that doesn't make any sense. After even more boring climbing sections and annoying fights in enclosed spaces, we are finally introduced to the demon bear itself, the Chachka. And it sucks.
Is this the whole boss fight? Just running around and grappling back and forth all day? Okay.
Okay, the game's almost done. After successfully fighting away the Chachka, we emerge from the caves and begin making our trek down the mountain in an epic race against... Oh, wait, hang on.
I guess I'm fighting this thing again. Oh, how did I get here? What? What is happening? Good boss fight.
Okay. Now after that we make our escape in a very bland sequence that lasts all of a minute and successfully make it down the mountain. The game ends with our characters huddled around, celebrating saving everyone's lives and yada yada yada. Man, I can't believe I wasted an entire day playing this. I mean, it's 12 o'clock when I started this, and now it's 2:53 in the afternoon. All that time wasted just... Wait, it's only 2:53? I haven't even been playing this for 3 hours? That was the whole campaign of just those 8 missions? Alright, so that was pretty awful, but we're not done yet. Throughout the game, I noticed that the collectibles unlock maps in the shooting galleries, which I assume is the extra game modes. Maybe those will redeem the game somehow. The first game mode is called Survival. It's an on-rails shooter minigame that is pretty much just like those hunting arcade cabinets you see at arcades and pizza places. Nothing too exciting here, just kind of bland, with the main gimmick being you keep repeating laps until you die. It is co-op, so I can see this being fun with a friend for like maybe 10 minutes, and then it wears off. Next up is Trek, and this is another on-rails shooting minigame that... Wait, it's the exact same thing as Survival. Yeah, no, it's literally the exact same, except there's just less snow. And you just do one lap and try and get a high score, but it's literally the exact same thing. Okay, so those two are pretty much the same thing, but there's one last minigame, Quick Draw. So in this one, you wait. No, come on. You've got to be kidding me. It's literally the exact same map and everything as survival mode. Except, okay, I'll be honest. I have no idea how this one is even different. I think it's something about just getting a kill streak or something, and that's it. That's everything in the game. Well, I don't think it would be fair to the game if I didn't say what I enjoyed about it at the very least. Surprisingly, the game ran pretty decently with no crashes or major bugs that I found at least. Well, it did softlock that one time.
What's going on? Why? Hello?
And, what else? The minigames seemed cool for a little bit, and, yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Those are the only good things about this game. So, My final verdict for Cabela's Survival, Shadows of Kookaburra is 10 out of 10. Best game. Definitely worth the $100 price tag. Thanks for watching. This video was my attempt at something a little different than my Bioshock video. Let me know what you all think, cause trust me, there's a lot of awful games to talk about. I'm Logan, and thanks for joining me on The Game Room.